that you need to know. Got it. And talk about the importance of our network from NAR and Realtor from the world. That's my presentation. I'm a Brazilian Marine Colonel retired. I served my country for 30 years. And since 2021, thank you very much. 2021, I graduated with the CIPS. And now I'm here to present you the Rio de Janeiro. Okay, I speak Portuguese, Spanish, and English. And I specialize in residential properties. Okay. Let's start with Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro is located in South America, Brazil, in this part of the southwest region of Brazil. Okay, that's our state, and we are between São Paulo, Vitória, and Belo Horizonte. This part of Brazil is responsible for the 56% of Brazilian GDP. That's very, very impressive. And we have here in Rio logistic hub with 2 seaports and 3 commercial airports. We are the second busiest city in the country. We have the population about 6 million, and we are the second largest city in Brazil and the third in Latin America. This is the map from Rio. You can see here the airport, the international airport, okay? And here is the part of the center of here, the port. Here is Zona Sul, that most important tourist destination here in Rio. And here is Barra da Tijuca and Recreio. Okay, we will talk about some points about this, but in the Rio, you need to know that we are nowadays the first position ranking of foreign residents in Brazil. It's the beautiful city, and we have a lot of tourism here in Rio de Janeiro. In the energy sectors of energy, technology, and science industry, we have many great hubs here in Rio de Janeiro. For example, the energy, we are the largest oil producer in Brazil. In the technological center here is located in the north of Rio, near the airport. We have a big cluster of research and development, technology incubators and science park. We have big universities over there. And we have a headquarters of largest media company in Latin America, TV Globo. And we are the main tourist destination in Brazil, okay? In the last years, we across a lot of big events here in Brazil in recent years, such as Rio 2011, World Economic Forum, Rio +20, Confederations Cup, FIFA World Cup, and the Olympic Games. These events provide a lot of investment in Rio de Janeiro, in the infrastructure in Rio. Large companies are located here, big players of the market. They are headquartered in Rio de Janeiro in important sectors, as you can see in this slide. In the energy, technological, health, and others. Okay, we have big companies here. And this is the map of Rio and located the most important area here in north, the telecom, energy, and health. We have here the big hub, like as I talked. Here in the center, we have the software development pool and a big hub with universities and institutes. And the south, innovation and math, and the big tourism location is here in the south, Zona Sul. In the west, we have the media and entertainment groups like TV Globo and others. This is the map, a little map about our ground transportation. We can see here the airport, and the blue line is the line of bus, the special bus that transports you from the airport to a lot of parts of the city. We have here the subway in the orange, the subway that you can get all of the south zone, Copacabana, Leblon, Ipanema, center of Rio, you can go by bus or by metro, okay? And here in the yellow line, we have the train. If you arrived in Rio by international airport, you take you take 45 minutes to go to the airport or to the center by car, by taxi or transfer. 1 hour, an hour and a half if you don't have any traffic, okay? Let's start with the real estate market that we are talking about in this presentation right now. This is the Zona Sul, the neighborhoods that you know, Copacabana Beach, Ipanema, and Leblon. This part of the city is one of the most expensive real estate market of the Rio, okay? We have here Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas, Jardim Botânico, and all of the principal littoral area in Rio de Janeiro. Okay. As you can see, the other part of the city is growing right now, the Barra da Tijuca and Recreio. We have a lot of projects, real estate projects here. And you can see the type of the buildings over here. We have a lot of gated community in this part of the city. That's very good. We have a big security, good security here. I live here near the Barra Olímpica, and this part of the city is where we had the Olympic Games, and the Rock in Rio is here, over here. Okay. What about the price? The price per meter square is like that. The two areas, Leblon and Ipanema, is the most expensive areas from Rio. And you can see the median price is here. You can see there's no since February 2022 until now. It's 1906 and plus median, okay? Depends of your neighborhoods, the prices, the location, the price can change a lot. In the same area too, because we have different parts of the neighborhoods that you need to pay attention, okay? And our duty here is to provide you the best options for your investment, to not only to see the neighborhood, but to check the property, the location of the properties, and the security area, and other points. And why invest in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil? You can see in this picture a lot of bullet points of Rio. We have a beautiful natural beauty. We have location, location, and location. The South Hemisphere, our city, is the best center of tourism ever. Okay, the Brazilian people are right up. Was the warmest, friendliest, and happiest people you could wish to meet. You can always have open and fun, lovely conversations, and on every street corner, in every coffee shop, supermarket, bank, go to the beach and create new friends, make new friends. The sunshine through the year is the best here. We are in the winter right now. It's 30 degrees outside, like this picture you see in my background here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We have a moderate climate, except in the summer. We have a lot of rains in the afternoon. I recommend you, when you want to visit Rio, go here in winter or autumn. That's a very beautiful place to except summer, because we have a lot of rains. You cannot see this kind of sun. Okay, the people are very friendly. The food is very good. You have a lot of options. They drink caipirinha, you know, more than me, I believe so. Caipirinha, and you have the beach, and the real estate options is very cheap compared to the other countries like UK or United States. Okay, you can see a lot of types of properties, different types, house, apartments, condominium. You can see luxury. The price ranges biggest price range, okay? And how to invest in Rio? That's one of the most important question. We know that we have here in Brazil some fails in the process or frauds, okay? We know that. So you need to contact a realtor that you trust, and he provide you the best information, the good information to provide your clients in the other parts of the world. We have here in Brazil the regulamentations about the investment in real estate, like RN 36, and the central bank regulamentations. You need to know that every foreign can buy a real estate here in Brazil, okay? Any citizen can purchase urban properties, include you foreigners. The only restrictions existing by foreigners are related to purchase rural properties, marine lands, and along the borders. And these restrictions do not apply in the case of an autonomous unit of condominiums. But we recommend you to check this when you choose the property with the documentation, if you have any restriction inside the documentation, okay? That's very important. To do that, the first step is applying your CPF number. It's like IT number in United States, or also it's our Federal Reserve number that you can pay the taxes. You can do that for free, or if you need some assistance, we can provide this. The real estate agent will provide the assistant to choose the best options. He will verify the properties, but if you need repairs, or if you stay in the not good security zone, or to align your imagination, your desire to the real property that we have here in the market. After that, we don't pay before check the documentation. That is very important. You need to be very. You need to make some restriction before pay some money to the guy. Here in Brazil, we don't have the escrow and the title company that provide this. So you need to get a real estate that you trust. The payment is directly to the seller, okay? So we need to check the properties, check the situation before that, and the due diligence with the documentations. Then I would like to talk about 2 points that's very important to you guys from another country. You need to get attention. Your documents, the client's documents, to buy property here in Brazil, you need, for example, the birthday documentation of the client, and some states of America could take 30 days or more to provide that, okay? And the money transfer too is the other point that you make. You need to pay attention, because you need to synchronize that with the process here in Brazil. After that, the check is okay. You are okay to pay the property. You are okay with your documents. The documents of property are okay. Okay, let's start with the contract. Pre-contract, you need to pay the down payment directly to the seller. After all of payments need to stay under the central bank rules, and after that, the process is going to the sequence, and you pay the tax and fees and get the deed, and after that, the deed will be on register in our cartório. After that, your property is yours. Okay, that's the resume for that. We have a lot of points that you need to take attention. You will provide, recommend that you talk with a lawyer and a guy that talk with a money transfer too. It's not our service, but we can recommend you some guys that work with that. Okay, okay, until now, okay. Okay, let's talk about some opportunities to invest. In this graph, I put some projects that are right now today in the Rio de Janeiro. from here in the center, the port, I call it Porto Maravilha. We have studios under construction right now, which prices like that, 65,000. Okay, that's cheaper for you, but in here too, it's not so expensive. And as I said, we have a lot of projects along the Rio de Janeiro. I selected some, and this area, Barra da Tijuca and Recreio dos Bandeirantes, are growing fast. We have a lot of new projects, gated communities too, that already been ready. Is like that one, 4 and 5 beds, up to 300 meters and $500,000. Okay, we have two or more big projects here near the Gulf area. We have the biggest golf club here in Latin America is situated here in Barra da Tijuca near the beach. And we have a lot of big projects right now under construction. For example, this one, Atlântico Golf, we have 3 en-suite from 117 meters per square, up to $375,000. Some of you live in Miami, Florida. You know that a house in Miami, Florida, or for example, New Orlando, you can buy a house today with 3 beds for this price. Yes or not? You can get this right now. But if you put your money here, you can get this beautiful luxury project in Rio near the beach with a view of ocean, a view of Gulf, under the best luxury infrastructure that we can have here in Rio de Janeiro. We have another one, this luxury plus, the price is up from $650,000. Okay. Well, this is the best option, one of the best options that we have here in Rio de Janeiro right now. The luxury part is the Oceana Golf. Look at the view. This project is located under the Barra da Tijuca. This is Avenida das Américas. For this part of Rio is Recreio dos Bandeirantes. You can see the sea and the golf club in front of your house. You can buy this for investment, or to live, or to to rent. You decide. Okay. And that's the other view of this project and the golf club, the best golf club that we have in Latin America, the biggest one. And the project is in this area here. We have 3 big projects here: Oceana Golf, Atlântico Golf, Reserva Golf, and the other side of the street, the main street here, we have 4 more big projects under construction right now. Okay, and the price is similar than that. That's very good options. One view of your future home, of your client's future home. You can see the best view that we have here in Barra da Tijuca. And some parts of this project, you can see this, the 4 en-suite, 194 meters per square or more, and the price range is 65 to 2 million and up to million. All right. This price is for the penthouse in the best position, the best located, the best building that we have. It will be ready in July 25 and January 26. So your client can pay that during the construction. That's very important to know that. If the constructor accepted, study the plan for payment, just need to talk with them. If your client has the money, that they talk about this and make a business with the clients. Okay. We talked about a lot of information in a short time, and I appreciate your time here. Thank you very much. That's my contact here in Rio. I live in Barra da Tijuca. I work in the fame of his Hill. That's one of our company and my Instagram. And I'm here ready to answer the question. If I don't know, I will provide the answer in the best time possible. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tulio. What a wonderful presentation. Now you know that you have several options. Now that you know the reasons why going to Rio de Janeiro, investing in Rio de Janeiro, the lifestyle, quality of life, what you can get. And also is if you have the opportunity for some reason, if you can actually spend a New Year's Eve there, it will be wonderful, right? So thank you, Tulio. If we can share, getting ready for the next presentation, that we're gonna now traveling to the south. Now we're going to the beautiful state of Santa Catarina, that was Fabricio Benavides is going to present all the beauty of this region as well. But as we work through this, we're going to give you a little bit of fun facts so you know something about the Brazilian culture. So I was going to ask you, what is Rio de Janeiro famous? People will go there every year or actually would like to watch during the weekend. Is it anybody? Just put it on your, put it in the chat. And we know that Rio has the most beautiful carnival in the world, right? And obviously soccer. They love playing soccer and enjoying that with the family during the weekend. So Fabricio, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, you can take it. It's all yours.
Thank you. I'll just share my screen here. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Florianópolis in Santa Catarina, Brazil. So let me just start by introducing myself. Well, my name is Fabricio Benavides, and I am a realtor. I am originally from São Paulo, but I've been living in Florianópolis for the past 12 years. So you can see there my number, my website, and email, and the company I work for at the moment, which is Garapuvu Special Properties. Santa Catarina is a state in Brazil, in South Brazil. It's one of the smallest states we have. We can see there at the map, we see the Brazilian flag to your left, the state of Santa Catarina's flag to your right, and Santa Catarina is the green spot here in the map. It borders the state of Paraná to the north, Rio Grande do Sul to the south, and it borders Argentina to the west. And the Atlantic Ocean is on the east coast. So Santa Catarina is not far from the main cities in Brazil. It takes only a 1 hour flight to fly from São Paulo to Florianópolis. It's a 1 hour and 20 minutes flight to fly to Rio. And it's a 2 hours, 15 minute flight to Brasilia, which is Brazil's capital. So it's easy to move around those cities. You can actually drive from São Paulo to Florianópolis. It's a long drive, but it's really beautiful. And you can see here the state of Santa Catarina divided into regions. So we have the northern bit of it. It's where the industrial part is. So the industries are mainly in this area. And we have Vale do Itajaí right below this. And Vale do Itajaí has two particularities. It has the biggest seaport in Santa Catarina, which is Itajaí. And there is also Balneário Camboriú, which is a big hit at the moment as a real estate destination. They say it's sort of like the Brazilian Dubai, high rises, beautiful places. Where I'm based right now is Florianópolis, which is the region right below that, in Grande Florianópolis. And Florianópolis is actually an island that is linked to the continent by 3 bridges. It's right offshore, so it's not a long drive, and you can actually see the mainland Brazil as we're there in the island. The south is right here on the yellow bit, and we have the western bit here, which is famous for agriculture, and they have the link to the Itajaí port to make the export-import bit of the economy. And also there is this blue region here, which is the highlands, the mountains in Brazil. It's the coldest place in Brazil, so it's famous for as being a winter's destination. The fun fact is it's only 1 hour and 20 minutes drive from Florianopolis, so you can drive and see some snowflakes and then go down and see the beach. So it's really cool. If you could take this map and put it into pictures, you would see something like that. You see the northern bit, it's they have a huge colony of German people. They flocked to this region in the past. So you see the mountains here, the western with agriculture, and the south with all those beautiful scenery. When we talk about the climate, Santa Catarina has a very mild, in general, very mild climate. The eastern portion, like where I'm showing on the map right now, has got warm summers and mild winters. Summer average temperature is around 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and winter average is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. As for the central region, it's a bit different, but a summer should be around 75 Fahrenheit as an average, and winter as 50 degrees Fahrenheit as an average. So it's really, altogether, it's a very mild weather, beautiful days normally. And talking about the Santa Catarina state in relation to Brazil. As I told you, it's a very small state, and it accounts for only 1.12% of the Brazilian territory. The population is only 3.44% of the Brazilian population. So in Florianopolis, for example, we have only 500,000 people. So it's a small city, but it has everything that we need. Like the lifestyle is just amazing because we have the right amount of universities and hospitals and the infrastructure, but without losing the bucolic feeling of it. So we have these mountains, forests, the sea. So it's sort of a permanent vacationer kind of atmosphere, you know, so it's really wonderful. When we talk about coming and going to Santa Catarina, we have these following airports. The main ones being Florianopolis, which is the capital, and we have Navegantes up north, which is close to the port of Itajaí, and also on the western bit, we have Chapecó. Those are the three main airports that we have. And talking about the Florianopolis one, it's called Floripa Airport. It's now operated and run by Zurich Airports, which is the same operator that runs the Switzerland's airports. So they have refurbished it, and it was about 2 or 3 years ago. So it's brand new, and they have domestic flights to every Brazilian capital, including shuttle flights to Rio and São Paulo. And they have regular international flights to Buenos Aires in Argentina and Santiago in Chile. One piece of good news is that for next summer, next Brazilian summer, which is by the end of the year for us, we're going to have direct flights to Lisbon. So it's going to be the first time there is a connection between Brazil, between Florianopolis and an European capital. I can't wait to have an American connection as well. Let's wait and hope for the best. And about the foreigners who live in Santa Catarina and Florianopolis, most of them are from Germany, Portugal, the USA, of course, and the biggest expat communities that we have here is from Argentina, as they can drive from Argentina to Florianopolis, and it's a very famous and popular destination with them. At the moment, we don't have any consulates and the American consulates in Florianopolis, but we do have Argentinians and German consulates. So if you do need services from the embassy or the consulate, you would have to go to Porto Alegre, which is in the south, or São Paulo, up in the north. And as Tulio was saying, the gist of just buying the real estate in Brazil is roughly the same for every state. And just to complement the information about the RN36 program, it's a government program that basically gives residents a permit to whoever invests in real estate in Brazil. So if they're willing to invest in the northern sections, like the yellow bit or the green bit here in the map, it's necessary to invest at least $147,000 to be granted a resident permit. If you wish to invest in the southern states, like the red, blue, and light blue areas, then it's a little bit more, but it's only $210,000. And with that, you have your resident permit to live in Brazil. The exchange rate at the moment is roughly around $1 would buy $4.80. Okay, so it's a very favorable exchange rate for whoever holds dollars or euros or British pounds. The prices would be really attractive. Talking a little bit about economy, the Brazilian GDP was estimated at 4.3 trillion reais. In Santa Catarina's GDP was 323 billion. That means it's roughly 4.4% of the total GDP in Brazil. But the good news is we had a growth in 2019 of 3.8%, and that was 3 times above the national average. So Santa Catarina is booming right now, in Florianopolis as well. Our biggest city is called Joinville, and followed by Itajaí, and then Florianopolis. Those are the 3 main cities here in the state. And talking about Florianopolis, it's, as I told you, it's an island. It's a beautiful place. You can see this picture here to your left is Lagoa da Conceição. And you see the bigger picture here to your right. I am very fortunate to see this view every single day when I drive my kids to school. So every time I do that, I go, oh my God, that's lucky to live in a place like this. And it doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's sunny, if it's dawn, it's always beautiful. It's an amazing place. And Florianopolis has this vibe, or, you know, that's woods and forests with the lagoon and the ocean, the dunes. So it's really a a vacation spot. And the people who live here, they tend to do it. So it's great to live in an atmosphere where everyone thinks like, wow, let's just have a great time. So that's Florianopolis. And there's 2 more pictures I'd like to show you. This one to your left, it's Lagoa do Peri, which is actually recognized as a voluntary awards for beaches and marinas, like the Blue Flag program. It's one of the few places in Brazil that has got this Blue Flag program. And to your right here, you see Ribeirão da Ilha, which is a beach where they grow oyster farms. So alongside this shore here, there's many restaurants. And imagine yourself having a caipirinha, listening to some bossa nova with this sunset and having some seafood. Well, that's a life, isn't it? And that's Florianopolis. So I came up with 3 projects to show you just what kind of properties I'm talking about. As I work in the residential market in luxury real estate, I've got this mansion here. It's like a Malibu style kind of mansion. It's ocean view, 6 bedrooms, 5 en-suites, 8 bathrooms. It has everything like a soccer field, sauna, indoor swimming pool, outdoor swimming pool, and it's listed at $3.7 million. So that's the sort of property you could buy in Brazil with this kind of money. And this is a top-notch kind of mansion, and everything's there. The following project, it's similar to that one, but it's in front of the lagoon, also with an infinite edge swimming pool. It's got gym, a sauna, private elevator, green roof, 4 en-suites, bedrooms, 9 bathrooms. But the good thing about this property is it sits on a 640,000 square feet of land. So it's a massive property, and it's listed at $2.55 million. I know it's a lot, but just to show you what kind of property you buy with this money. This one is another project that we work with, which is in a gated community by Lagoa da Conceição, the lagoon. It's relatively smaller than the other properties, even though it gets like 3,682 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 2 en-suites, basketball half court, swimming pool, and it has private access to Lagoa Yacht Club. So you could just park your boat over there and have fun. It's listed at $1.36 million. I've got just these 2 projects to show you. If you're talking about rent properties, I've got this yellow property here at for rent. And to give you an idea of prices, it's $2,500 a month for a 6-bedroom house, standing on 10,500 square feet of land. This property to its right, you see there's an ocean view over there, and it's for rent as well for $2,900 a month, 3 en-suites, and massive land of 312,000 square feet. So again, it's really big. And if you're looking for lands just to start building something, there is this one at Praia Mole, which is one of the biggest and the fanciest beaches we have here in Florianopolis, and with 24,000 square feet land for $283,000. If you go to Lagoa da Conceição on this last property here, the land of about 72,000 square feet would be listed for $377,000. So although some of them are expensive because of the boom that we had here recently, it's still very competitive if you compare to other places worldwide. And I would like to thank you for the opportunity of speaking to you, and being a realtor in Brazil. It's just having the opportunity to be a realtor, especially here in Florianopolis. It's just, for me, part of the beginning of a historic change, because things will get so much better after this that it's really unbelievable. I've got my contacts here. I would love to answer your questions if you have any questions, if you have any information that would you like to know about, specifically about Florianopolis or Santa Catarina, or even the process of buying or selling in Brazil. You can count on me. I'm here to help you. You can reach me through these websites and email or telephones. And before I go, I would like to show you one small video, like a 3-minute video about Florianopolis, so that you have an idea of the island. Bear with me just 1 second, and it's right here. Just so you know what Florianopolis looks like. this is it. And the last piece of information I'd like to tell you is that Florianopolis is ranked #1 city in Brazil, according to the Human Development Index. That means good healthcare, education, income, and mainly safety, which is one of the safest cities in Brazil. So that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching my presentation.
Oh, wow. So
That was beautiful.
now we know how wonderful this is. And, you know, you have the beach, you have the mountains, you have the scenery, you have quality of life, and food, people, and then very important for those who are actually looking to invest overseas or retire overseas, the healthcare system's good, right? And they can live there comfortably. And Fabricio, but if I ask you one important question, right, or advice to everybody that is in the real estate business, referring their contacts to or representing buyers, investors, what will be your best advice that you can give them?
#1, you look for a realtor. Look for a partner realtor, look for a professional that will guide you through the whole process seamlessly.
Excellent. And that we know that how committed Cofesi Cresi is with this initiative, or offering to their members all the education necessary for them to grow their business and represent your customers, right? That you want to refer. Hopefully it's you the one who wants to go and invest in these beautiful regions. But if you feel comfortable that if you have somebody who would like to invest or move or relocate, because that we're going to an exciting city in Paulo, multinational companies, now you know that you have reliable, professionally Cofesi Cresi members investing in their career to take care of yourself or your potential buyers and investors. Great presentation to both of you. Thank you. We love it. Hopefully, we're preparing something to visit and go there with a good delegation, so that way we can visit and experience the beauty of Brazil. But thank you.
Be a pleasure. Thank you.
Fabricio, wonderful presentation. I can't wait to see, to visit, for real.
Thank you. It's going to be great. Thank you very much.
Great. And now we have the pleasure of introducing Luis Fernando Dick to tell us a little bit more about his area of expertise in commercial real estate. Luis Fernando?
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Karen, for this lovely introduction. Thank you, Eliana, for the opportunity, and John Teodoro for your words when we started this conversation. And I have to say to you guys, I think I'm pretty toasted, because after that, lovely beach, warm weather, nice parties, beautiful cities, I'm a little bit toasted, but someone needs to pay the bill. And this is our job. São Paulo's job is pay the bill. This is just a joke. But about Santa Catarina, they have the most successful and the most important smart city in Brazil. It's an excellent experience in this kind of entrepreneur. They have in Florianopolis the Água Branca, Pena Branca smart city is lovely. It's wonderful to know. And Rio de Janeiro is Rio de Janeiro. Everyone knows. But let's talk about a little bit about São Paulo. Eliana, I'm not able to share my screen.
Let me put you as a as a co-host.
No, even no.
Can you lower it because you pin him? So Karen, so I have him in a big picture. So there you go, Duncan. There you go. You're
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah. Now you're seeing my screen. I prepared this little bit presentation for you guys. I'm Luis Deac. My name is Hungarian name, not a US name. And the correct pronunciation is just Deac, Luis Deac. I'm a commercial real estate broker. I work here in São Paulo, in Cushman and Wakefield. I started in commercial real estate in 2012. I worked as a senior broker, and I did something like $150 million in transactions, in commercial transactions, mostly selling and leasing AAA buildings. Let's talk about a little bit about economy with São Paulo. São Paulo is the very important city in our scenario. As you can see here, São Paulo by itself, the state of São Paulo by itself is the biggest economy in the Latin America place. We have South America with near $4 trillion, and São Paulo $670 billion in GDP. Our population is also a great population, and we represent today 10% of the whole Latin GDP. São Paulo by itself is near for 40% of the Brazilian GDP. And in our map, Brazil is the state here in southeast region with Minas Gerais, Espírito Santo, and Rio de Janeiro. The most important sector in our economy is service, and industry is the second place, and agriculture the third place. Our climate is the same, it's a tropical climate, and we have here construction, food, chemical, oil, automotive. I show you more details. About São Paulo, this is the most important airports here in Brazil. These two airports here, Guarulhos and Viracopos, is the international airports, the most impressive. But you have a lot of airports for the whole state. This is the most important. When you talk about the ports, we have here the most important of them, Santos. Santos is very near for São Paulo. It's São Paulo City, it's our capital. The capital in the state has the same name, São Paulo. And you have 48 million tons of movement in cargo. And here we have São Sebastião. São Sebastião is a very important port when you talk about the oil, the importation and exportation oil. And here we have Rio de Janeiro, and most here we have Fabrício in Santa Catarina. This is our map, the São Paulo map, and the red spot is our biggest cities. And when you see this mark here, is our most important axis. This axis contain our industrial and logistics warehouses and parks, industrial parks and logistics parks. Okay? And this is the most impressive and most important axis when you talk about logistics and industrial. This is São Paulo capital. This is one of the largest cities in the world. with 22 million person in total. And this is, and as you can see, some red spots. This red spots is major cities and the major economy. How to conduct business? I think Tulio said enough about how conduct business, but when you talk about investments opportunities, we have some different ways to do this in Brazil, mostly in São Paulo. São Paulo have some institutional ways, like REITs, here we call fundos imobiliários. We have CRE. CRE is a name of the credit for imóveis. The E is imóvel, the real estate, or you can invest directly in the companies. You can buy and sell by lease directly. We have a lot of projects here in sales and leaseback, built to suit projects or new developments based on brownfield, greenfield. And you can also invest through these wealth managers. If you have a company, a well-established company with a lot of money, you can invest through these wealth managers. And we have at this moment in São Paulo and Rio de Janeiro and Porto Alegre, we have some retrofit projects incentivized by the government. It's very good opportunities to look after. What kind of business we have, the opportunity we have? Most corporate office, we're not in a very good moment of corporate offices because the whole environment about the pandemic, but we have some opportunities, good prices, good buildings with good prices. Small to medium offices, industrial and logistic parks. We have a boom in logistics here in Brazil, especially AAA parks, industrial parks. Multifamily is one of the businesses starting here in Brazil, but we have almost 25,000 units in this business. Retail, also a good job, a good opportunity. And then we have this non-residential. It's a little bit new in Brazil. This non-residential is residential buildings, but prepared to investor, to short lease through the platforms like Airbnb or something like this. And then we have second home business here in São Paulo. We have beach places, we have mountains, condominiums within small medium cities, with or without golf courses. We have one of the most impressive golf courses here in São Paulo. It's a good business here too. Talking about conducting business, you guys must be alert about laundry money. It's a very common here in Brazil. We have to stay alert about this laundry money and some kind of frauds, especially in documents. As Tulio said earlier, you need to understand how the things works here. You need to properly register your property in a notarius, and you need to a very good lawyer and a very good real estate broker to help you not to fall in some problems, some frauds. And Brazil also have a high bureaucracy, so you need to pace by pace face this problem. No, when you talk about corporate, industrial, and logistics here, we're talking mainly about Class A industrial and logistics parks We have investors like institutional, REITs, or family offices investor. Guys like Prologis, well, I think you know this is a major company in US also. Brookfield for Canada, Carrefour from France, CSAG from Europe, Patria is a local company, XPlog is a REIT, Autonomy is local also, Log is our local. This is our state again, and I marked here the most important areas, neighborhoods of industrial and logistic parks. This is the most important parts. As you can see here, I share with you this presentation, but you see this, we are growing in the first chart, our growing in inventory and the increase of inventory. But if you see the available area, we still are very low inventory available, near from 10% only. And this is a very opportunity time to invest in logistics here in Brazil. When you see the gross absorption, about this business is always a very high absorption, and the prices is still growing after year by year, is still growing. We have the e-commerce effect also is like every place, but here we have the prices getting high. When you talk about corporate office, we have the same kind of office class A buildings, AAA buildings. And this is São Paulo. This is map of São Paulo capital. And this is our CBD regions, the Central Business District regions. And we're here in Berrini now. And the most important places is Faria Lima and Nova Faria Lima. Is the location, the best location to put your office here, but it's the most expensive also. And when you talk about the occupation, we have a lot of deals here, and the more or less 250,000 square meters in leasing year after year. The vacancy today is a little bit high because we're delivering new buildings every quarter. This is the reason we have the vacancy. And the price is a little bit flat over the years, but we have opportunities here. And when you talk about deliveries and inventory, we have some peaks of deliveries, and we're a little bit down in deliveries, most because our bureaucracy and also the pandemic effects. Talking about a little bit about the residential. Residential, we have 71% of the residentials here in Southeast, and mostly the people wants to buy the company, the properties here. When you talk about why they are buying, most of them are buying for own use, and then 7% only for investments. Mostly apartments and houses in our cities. When you talk about this range of prices here, we're mostly talking about the Minha Casa Minha Vida program. It's my house, my life program, government program to sell affordable houses for poor people. You know, but the best market, the biggest market is in this range here, 300,000 reals to 800,000 years. Years, not the reals. And when you see here the cities, this is the cities most looked after for the investors, not the investors, but the buyers and investors. We have here São Paulo, our capital, and São Bernardo is a neighborhood of São Paulo. It's Guarulhos also. But we have beach houses, beach places like Guarujá, São Vicente, Santos. And this is a little bit about São Paulo. And you're here to help if you need some assistance here for residential, for industrial, or any kind of commercial real estate or commercial business. We're here to help. We have a great team, great lawyers, great real estate brokers to help you guys. Okay, they are my contacts, my social media, and I share this presentation through Eliana with you. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for that, Luis. That was an excellent presentation and overview of the commercial aspect of real estate in Brazil. We have some commercial realtors here from, I believe, from Florida and just different areas of the US. And so that is the infrastructure of most countries. So we appreciate your presentation. Thank you, Luis. Eliana?
That was very good, Luis. And for someone who lives in Sao Paulo, which I love Sao Paulo, I love the vibe, vibrancy of the city, and but also is the major capital, right? And how many people live in the capital? All the multinational companies pretty much are based there, and that's very important that you actually in the map shows the location. And very important for those, I don't know if maybe you want to put it in the chat, if you know the exchange rate to the dollar, which it plays a significant benefit for all these investors, right? An opportunity also for multinational companies, and there's an incentive, right, Luis, for companies to move into the country as to start a business. And another thing that he mentioned, very important, is that, and I'm going to give it back to you, Luis, so you can wrap it up. So, and very important is to prepare your customers as well about what he says, very important, bureaucracy, and what they have to expect in recording and the process. Especially he talks also about residential real estate, but also maybe longer for commercial, right, Luis?
Yes, the commercial real estate is more stable than residential. The paperwork is a little bit easier, but also we have some problems. You have to understand a little bit, especially when you talk about industrial. Especially when you talk about industrial, because the contamination. Huh?
All right, so that's good. You have his contact. It's very important. I know that we have some of commercial realtors in the room, in the audience. So now we know we have a very good contact. And it's, for us, it's very good to learn about, comparing the difference. I was surprised to learn that the vacancy rate is very low compared to what we're going transition here in the United States. So it's very good. Thank you very much. It's a very good point. Betsy Sachs.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone, and congratulations to all the speakers. Luis, Fabricio, Tulio, excellent job. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the members that are here today attending this webinar. We really appreciate it. We really would like to invite you to attend NAR Next in Anaheim, California, November 13th through the 17th. Many of the speakers will be there, so you will be able to meet with them and talk to them while we have our Brazil hour at the International Networking. And also COFESI has a great booth that you can also go there and talk to them. For all of you that live here in the United States that are planning to go to Anaheim, COFESI is bringing a nice delegation of members, and it will be great for all of you that are here in the United States to meet with them, and you can ask them more questions. You can get their business cards. You can really network with them. With that being said, thank you very much to all. I don't want to take a lot of your time. Thank you to President João Teodoro da Silva for being so gracious to give his welcoming words to all the members here today. Thank you, Liana, for a great job. Karen, thank you for an excellent job as well. And once again, thank you to all the participants and all the panelists that were here today. Go COFESI.
Thank you, Betsy. Thank you. And I know that maybe some of you might have some questions. I don't know, Karen, if we have some questions. We actually cover a lot today, but I think we have a lot of good information, and definitely this will follow up with possibly going and visiting the beautiful country, so that way we can go and experience. I don't know if President João Teodoro is still in the room, but we will, like Betsy says, Karen, we would like to welcome, congratulate you and your staff and your team. The Director of International Relations, Luis Barcelos, has doing a great job actually putting and talking about Brazil in different, representing Brazil in different conference and different associations as well, international associations, as well as Lucia Vanderlei, that you know that we work closely with her, and she does a great job helping in our actually CIPS, our international realtors, in developing their program, growing professionally, and providing all that information. I know that. Thank you, Lucia. It's great. I don't know if you would like to say a word.
Ileana, eu gostaria de fazer convite. O presidente me pediu para, na anotação dele, ele não fez o convite, pediu para lembrar a todos, né? No mês de setembro, dias 13, 14 e 15, nós vamos reunir todos os nossos corretores internacionais, todos os corretores do Brasil, com a formação CIPS, e certamente o convite já deve ter chegado para vocês, né, da INEA. Se está chegando, nós estamos agora fomentando o evento agora, então convidamos todos para já se prepararem, dias 13, 14 e 15, um evento do COFESI para reunir os corretores internacionais e todos os corretores, né, que participam dessas formações. Vai ser um evento muito importante para reunir toda essa categoria, para que todos possam se conhecer melhor. Tá? É isso.
Lucia.
Obrigada. Sim?
Por favor, ¿puedo decirles en inglés para los que están aquí que no hablan portugués?
Oh, dear.
Yes. Yes.
In
You can do
September.
it.
Ok, vou tentar não errar. In September 13, 14, and 15, COFESI was prepared a big event, Congress, né, for the global CIPS and the global realtors. Okay? Okay, Betsy?
Perfecto, sí. Sigue.
Okay, thank you, Betsy, for my for training my English.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ahmed. And you can actually open the microphone, Ahmed. Thank you, Lucia. That's good. We were actually going to start working, collaborating with you as the flag, the Brazilian flag. September 13, 14, and 15, COFESI Crest is doing an initiative for having a reunion, networking, or conference, a summit. So keep us posted so that way we can help you promote it and probably bring a good number of realtors or professionals to the event. We'll work closely with you. But also I have the privilege and honor to here with us is another global ambassador another region, and he oversees South Africa and other countries in the region. I don't know, Ahmed, are you here? And he would like to invite you to the C5 Commercial Summit in Atlanta. Ahmed, are you here?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, so for our commercial practitioners, so the National Association has been having it in New York for the last 2 years. This year is going to be in Atlanta from September 28th to 30th. And it's called the C5 Commercial CCIM Summit. So the NAR Commercial plus the CCIM Institute and their members. And it'll be great if you have any interest from our Brazilian partners who are in the commercial field, want to take part. We'll be happy to, put them in contact with the right people. Obviously, Betsy is here, so Betsy knows the right folks to put them in touch with. But
yes,
we'd love to do that. And Ileana, the Northern Illinois Commercial Association of Realtors, you've been on there where we do through our Commercial Global Business Network. And so I will call on you sometimes through Teresa, for our friends from Brazil, absolutely, for a presentation for our members. So you will hear from me.
fantastic. And now
Thank you, Ahmed.
we have, so we can provide us the information. But Ahmed, what other countries? I know you have South Africa, Nigeria, same as Karen, and we have Karen had Brazil, Colombia, and Chile. Ahmed also oversees region. Which are the countries that you?
So South Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria. And so we have 2 entities in South Africa, 1 in Ghana and 1 in Nigeria. And there's a bigger interest coming up from many other countries now in that area. So, which is big, continents and so 54 countries. So there's a lot. But I know Brazil, which is a, international player in many aspects of the, in many industries. So it's always going to be a good partnership to bring about, cooperation with the organizations I represent.
Absolutely, and they have a conference coming up as well, and proximity with Brazil and South and Africa. Maybe we can do something. And when is that conference, Ahmed?
Okay, so right now we just had one in South Africa in February, which I was at in South Africa. It was in 2 different cities, and that's done. So nothing is planned for now, but Ghana is having one, and I'll send you that information so you can forward it. So Ghana is having one this year in September. We are not, NAR is not participating because we just came back for another one. And then there's a trade mission, is again, not through NAR, but what some of our members are arranging for next year to Nigeria, to the 2 big cities, the Lagos and Abuja, which is the, the capital city.
All right, so posted to everybody, and I know that, I don't know if you have any questions, but I'll have another global ambassador here. I'm just looking to the participants, and you can see we have a lot of people interested in getting to know more from different states in the United States, not only Florida, even though but it is very important that how engaged, this family is growing and growing, just exactly that purpose of doing business and getting to know each other to collaborate. I don't know if Dimitri's here or I want to say something. In the meantime, if anybody, Karen, is there anyone have a question? ¿Alguien tiene alguna pregunta?
Right now, we don't have any questions in the chat, but if anybody wants to raise their hand or put the question in the chat, we'll gladly get to it. And Dimitri, if you would like to unmute yourself and just say a quick hello.
Hi guys, sorry I didn't expect to speak here. I'm here more like a participant. I've been to Brazil, I think in 2016 last time. I love the country. I wanted to know if you organize anything in near future to come and visit. I took a couple contact information here, so I'm hopefully going to be in touch soon. We are looking for some projects and new developments in the country. So if you have anything going on, you can contact me through Facebook or directly. I'm now representative, global ambassador to Latvia, Lithuania, Ukraine, and Poland at the time, at this moment. So we do have contacts in Eastern Europe. We do organize some events. We just had something in Romania, and just come back from Georgia. I know Latvian Association is going to be organizing something very big next summer. So a lot of events in Eastern Europe as well. But if you have something in Brazil, I'm interested in new construction, new projects, so send it my way.
I'm sure they will be contacting you. They have a lot of them in Rio, in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, in Santa Catarina, in Nordeste, because I see Hugo here, and everywhere, beautiful places all over, and great opportunities to invest all over Brazil. So Frank from Florida, you've been quiet today. You want to say something?
Yes, this was unbelievable. Just a wonderful quick tour of Brazil, so much more to see. And Ileana and Karen and Betsy, thank you so much. And to our speakers as well, thank you so much for sharing your valuable information and your insight on the country and your regions. It was just wonderful today. Thank you so much. And I want to make a special shout out to my brother Joao, and I look forward to seeing you in November in Anaheim. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank. And Joao, invite everybody. Joao, puedes convidar a todo mundo para ir a Anaheim. Vai. Open microphone. Joao.
Hello, my friends. Is okay? Todos vamos hablar en español. Convido a todos a participarem de Exponar em novembro, dos dias dia 11 ao dia 15 de novembro, em Anaheim, Califórnia. Com certeza estaremos lá com todos, a delegação e todos os novos IPS e já os antigos também. Com todos estaremos juntos, fortalecendo, levando a nossa bandeira do Brasil. Saludos a todos, amigos, irmãos, Frank, Karen, Almed, Charles Clay, Betsy, Dimitri também, de Romênia, e os amigos também aqui de Brasil, de Hugo Bueno, as palestrantes também de hoje, Luiz Deck, Fabrício Benevides e Túlio Souza, e todos os amigos que estão presentes aqui também. E esperamos todos. Vamos organizar. Lúcia Vanderlei está aqui para organizar uma delegação muito forte e fortalecermos nosso Brasil. Sim?
Sí, Joao, la conferencia es noviembre 13 al 17.
17.
¿Ok?
Sí,
Noviembre 13
13
al 17.
13 a 17, sí, sí.
Sí, bon, ok. Pueden
Gracias,
entrar
Beth.
temprano, noviembre 12 o 11, sí, pero que no se vayan el 15. Ok,
La noche
por favor.
nacional.
Vamos fazer
Okay.
a festa.
Yeah.
So
Lucia,
everybody,
thank you for everything that you do for COFESI. It's much appreciated. And the work that you do with NAR as well. Thank you.
all right, so
Thank
it's
you,
time
guys.
for the
Thank you.
open the microphone, open the camera,
Ileana.
take photo. Before we say goodbye, we take the official photos, all right? Everybody open their cameras. There we go, the first one. Cheese.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Say cheese.
All right. There you
All right.
go.
Thank you, everyone, so much for being here today. We do appreciate your time. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night, and we will look forward to seeing you next at the following Thursday global event, Follow the R. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We see you on July 6th. We're
Thank
gonna
you,
be-
guys.
Ileana, where are we going next?
We're going, get your passport ready. We're going to Ecuador. Beautiful also. So next time we're going to do it live, you know, we have to plan, make things, how can we make it so we can travel to all these wonderful places live. So until the meantime, we're traveling virtually to Ecuador, July 6th, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Florida time. Thank you, Lucia. Thank you, everybody. And just get connected, okay? We'll see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Lucia.
Bye-bye, thank
Un
you.
abrazo a todos, saludos,
Happy birthday, Lucia.
felicidades, bye bye.
Bye.
Parabéns.
Lúcia de aniversário, parabéns.
Gente, Lúcia, vamos a cantar parabéns para
Você, nesta
que-
data querida, muitas felicidades.
Muitos anos.
Pô,
Thank
nem
you,
eu,
my friend.
eu tava sabendo, hein? Pô, parabéns, Lúcia. Que Deus te abençoe e ilumine sempre, meu amigo. Tamo junto.
Cadê as caipiroscas, caipirinhas?
Tchau, gente.
Se todos não sabem, Eliana já morou em São Paulo, viu, personas?
Ah,
Ela também puxa um portunhol com a gente. Entende que todos falam? Sim? Abraço a todos aí. Um bom dia. Bom resto de dia para todos.
Tchau.
tchau, bye-bye.